Good morning. It is 4:30 a.m. I'm on my grind, on my 9 to 5. Out here just making it do what it do. TGIF is in effect. And it's just, stay positive every day. No matter what the situation is, no matter what the circumstances are, no matter what you're going through in your life, stay positive. You have to. If life is getting you down and you feel like you can't live no more and you can't take no more, always look at other people that's not doing just as good as you are. It's cold outside right now. Just think about all the people that's homeless out there that ain't got nothing. Think about all the people that have to dig through trash cans to get something to eat, or stand at the liquor store or the convenience store or the grocery store and beg for change just so they can get something to eat. Everybody that's homeless and that's a bum, as people call them, is not a drug addict. Some people had bad downfalls, man. So it's always somebody out there that's doing worse than you. So you, as a person, you gotta have that positive outlook in life that, you have all your functions working. You have your eyes, your ears, your nose, you can smell, you can taste, all 10 toes down on the ground. You got 10 fingers, you got all those able things working. So don't let life get you down. I know it's like the holiday season and a lot of people get depressed and stuff like that, but I'm not a big advocate of Christmas. And I feel that our people need to read into the history of that. I know it's amazing to see your kids open up gifts and have a beautiful smile on their faces. And a lot of parents go in debt just to do that, just to make their kids happy, which is, it's your choice. If that's what you as a parent, you choose to do. But I refuse to keep participating and celebrating into something that doesn't belong to us. I'm sure, people, how many people really celebrate Kwanzaa? I don't know. I don't. When you're a realist, it's a lot of things that you look at and you see and you just don't believe in no more. We living in a real world where we living in a struggle in 2019 going on 2020. And the uplift value of us uplifting each other is at an all-time low. So it's like, man, I speak to strangers, man. I speak to people of my color and not of my color that I don't even know. you know, because in my mind, I'm only one person, but I know that I have the influence to give somebody else another sense of hope or a positive attitude. You know, I might see somebody in the store looking angry and mean or something like that, and I'll still say good morning or how you doing, or, you know, and tell them have a good day. You know, because you never know what that might do to a person. You know what I mean? And I tell people, some people, I might tell them, you know, stay positive. You know, stay focused. Stay within your reach in your mind to think in a positive light. You know, we always don't have to be negative all the time. We don't always have to be set with an evil mindset to where we have to be a certain way to protect how we feel and what's going on in our mental psyche. You know, so just take the time out to be positive every day. You know, be positive to your children. Be positive to your family members. Be positive to strangers. You know, and it can be a better sense for yourself too. You know, to feel good about yourself. You know, I like being positive now. You know, I should always be a negative person. I should always be an evil, mean, didn't care person. And when it all boiled down to it, I was just hurting myself. I was just feeling the pain and the anger inside within myself that I would inflict on other people because I was in pain and I was angry, but it wasn't those people's fault. It was my fault because I chose not to do something about it at that particular time. But once I chose to do that at a particular time and change my whole mindset, that is the key. Change my whole mindset. You know, we have to start changing our whole mindset to think in a positive light. I mean, things ain't always going to be peaches and cream like we want them to be, but you still got to look at the positive outcomes in life, you know? No matter what you go throughout 365 days of the year or 52 weeks of this year, you know, be thankful that you made it that far, because it's a lot of people that ain't gonna get to see or did not get to see this full year. But for some reason, you know, you still here. You're still here. You're still breathing. You're still alive. So as long as you're alive in this world, just be positive. Have a good impact on somebody else's life. You know? Tell your kids you love them. Tell them you're proud of them. Encourage them. Be more involved in their lives. You know, our children need us more than anything these days. You know, because the way they pushing on the narrative of homosexuality, the way they pushing the narrative of kids using drugs and rap songs and killing each other and destroying each other. You know, I'm a big fan of rap. I love rap. I grew up on rap. When rap first came out, I was a hip hop head immediately. You know, and you know, as times change, you see how it evolves and how it's decreasing, and the narrative is to push us into destruction and degrade each other. You know, because we are connected to the beat. We will always be connected to the beat of the drum. That's what gets us going. That's what gets our blood flowing. That's what makes us dance. That's what makes us happy. That's what makes us feel certain ways. That's what takes us through certain type of emotions that we go through. So when the music of the beat gets into it, and then the lyrics are put behind it. That's the influence that we have amongst ourselves. If a rapper had a dope beat and he was talking positivity, then a lot of people would think a little bit more positive. When a rapper has a nice beat and is flowing and is talking about sexuality, degrading our women, degrading each other as men, killing each other as men, selling dope, using drugs, Percocets, and this and that shit, then we fall into that trap. We fall into that trap, and we do that stuff, you know. And I can say too, I was influenced by rap music a lot. You know what I'm saying? I was influenced by old groups, you know, like Public Enemy. You know what I'm saying? Listening to Boogie Down Productions. And then it's like, you know, okay, those were cool. But then when I first heard NWA, when a good friend of mine named Burrell, he came through the house with a CD, and he was like, man, listen to this, man. This is off the chain. So, you know, I put it in, and the first song was Straight Outta Compton. And then the second song was Fuck the Police. And I was just like, wow. And then the third song was Gangsta Gangsta. And I was like, holy shit. You know, this is how we feel, because this is the pain that as young Aborigines that we was going through every day. This is how we felt every day. The anger, the pain, the frustration. And when they came out with that album, that everything just hit it on the nose. And it made, you know, even though it was a good album, it kind of made violence soar more. Because when you listen to that song and you listen to that beat and you listen to that drum, you was ready to go. You was ready to get at your enemies like it wasn't no tomorrow. See your enemies on sight, get them. You know what I'm saying? You got a chance to take a shot at them, bust. You know? And then from there on, it just carried on. And then it's just like, you know, once the drugs came into the community, it just took everything down. It took everybody's spirit down, everybody's morale down. It made everybody be less trusting of each other. It made everybody love each other less. You know, and it made us hate each other more than ever. You know? And, you know, a lot of us can't heal from that, because we'll never forgive the people that killed our family members or killed our friends. But we have to understand, you have to overlook all of that stuff, because in reality, because we didn't educate ourselves and we didn't think in a positive light and we didn't rebel against those type of negative stereotypes about us, we can't blame nobody but ourselves. No. If somebody killed your loved ones, man, just forgive them. You'll feel more better forgiving that person more than you will wanting to kill that person or hate that person, because you're not going to get nothing out of it. You ain't going to get no satisfaction out of it, of going back and killing somebody that killed somebody that you loved, because all you're doing is just creating a cycle for them to be, their family to be hurt, and then they're going to come back and kill you, and then your family going to be hurt. It's not that you're a punk or nothing like that. It's just, you know, we just got to stop putting ourselves in those unnecessary situations, man. And stop thinking in a negative light, and stop thinking in a negative way. And we got to start thinking more creatively. We got to start thinking in a more serious aspect in life, because life is finna get real, man. Look what the Trump administration is pushing for. They pushing for the cut of food stamps. So what you think that's going to do? How people going to act that's not prepared for that? And it's more Caucasian people and more Hispanic people that's receiving the aid more than the Aborigines, black people are. You know, that's why I preach to my people. You know, get up off your butt, do what you need to do, handle your business. You know, make it happen. You know, because only you can depend on you. You know, if you want to survive in this earth, you got to take initiative. You know, it's up to you to get up and do what you want to do with your life, how you want to make it in your life, and how you want to survive in your life. And I think just, you know, staying positive creates a lot of that. You know, I have certain friends that keep me positive. When days I'm down and I don't feel right, or I don't feel like doing this, or I don't feel like that, or dealing with this or dealing with that, I got good friends that's positive, man. That's really in my corner. That's mature enough to see things that I might not see. And without being stubborn, I take heed to what they say and I listen. And it benefits me in the long run to stay positive, you know? I mean, sure, I could be angry. Sure, I can destroy things and have self-destruction of myself. But why would I want to put myself in that situation anymore? Why would I want to go through that stuff anymore? It's not worth it, man. It's not worth it. So, to you guys, man, stay positive, man. Have a positive mindset. I don't care if you out there banging and slanging in the streets. I don't care if you out there robbing and stealing and killing or whatever, or if you got a 9 to 5 or whatever you do. When you walk out that door, just be positive, man. You know, because it'll carry you a long way. And sometimes being positive might save your life, whether you know it or not. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, negative energy is always going to bring a negative reaction every single time. When there's negative energy in the air, 9 times out of 10, you already know shit's going to pop off. And when shit pops off, somebody either going to jail or somebody is going to die. And on that note, I'm out. I have spoken.